Hello, beautiful people. Robin Thomas here. Welcome back to my channel. On today, as you can tell by the title and my background, I'm going to be doing my July book reviews. So this month is going to be a little bit different because I did purchase 6 books at the end of June to read for July, but I only I kind of went into like a bit of a reading slump, and I needed something that was going to pull me out of it. So instead of like reading, starting with the new books that I had, I went back and I read the Ezra series from LoveBelvin, and and after that, I was able to kind of like, okay, I had already started a new series of LoveBelvins. The what is it? Muted Hopelessness, I think. Yes, is the series. And so I continue with that. I finished that. I actually purchased the book. It was so good. It was so good that I actually purchased the third one. I was like, I can't wait. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. And then I actually forgot last month I read Score by Kenny B. Ryan. And if you can see it, it's to my left, the top left. I thought all of my books that I had read last month were right here. So I just grabbed them for the review, and I forgot that one. I sure was looking I know I know I didn't read a lot because I had like some novellas, but I felt like I was missing the book. So today my review is going to be on Score, it's going to be on the reread of the Ezra series, and it's going to be on the new series. I'm gonna go ahead and put that together. What did I say it was? Muted Hopelessness. So let's get started. So the first one is Rail by Kennedy Ryan. And first and foremost, anything Kennedy Ryan writes, I'm going to read. Like, I don't have to know what it's about. So when I purchased it, I didn't know what it was about. So Score is actually the second part to this series that has Rail. I have no idea what the series is called, but yeah. So this book is actually, it goes back in time, and it also overlaps with this book. So it's happening, some of the book is happening at the same time as Rail is happening. So if you've read this before, you'll hear about some of the other characters and some of the scenes that were in the other one. Now you're seeing it from the perspective of these two characters. So Verity is co-writing this screenplay that Monk is producing the score on, so the music production on, and they have history. So this book, it gives you some flashbacks, and then it gives you mostly present day. But when I tell you, Kennedy Ryan is not just going to give you a love story and there's an issue of infidelity or somebody's working too much. No, she is going to throw a curveball in there. And in this book, the curveball is being bipolar. Y'all, when I was reading this and realizing what was going on, I was like, oh my gosh, Kennedy Ryan does such an amazing job at explaining what a person's problem is before putting a name to it. And also, Kennedy Ryan, she writes men so well. She writes men so well. I don't think that there's a woman who reads a Kennedy Ryan book and is not satisfied with the man that she presents us. This love story is really gonna have you like, if you would just say something like, why didn't so and so just say that thing? Why didn't so and so just say that thing? Well, then we wouldn't have a book. Okay, so my next book review is actually a series, and it is the Love Unaccounted series by LoveBelvin. You know, every now and again, I have to give me a little Ezra and Alexis in. And it was time to get me out of my little reading slump. And I tell you, this little trio of a book here or of a series here really helped me get out of my reading slumps. If you've seen my reviews before, then you know that he made a covenant with God and said, basically, you have to bring me a wife that's going to be accepting of me and my peculiar interest in BDSM, right? So this man who basically wants to change like the church culture because he feels like there's a lot of infidelity going on and people think that it's fine or it's just like the normal. He ran because he didn't want to be involved in that. He had issues, as a growing person, issues with God and with Christ and just like life and his parents, and was like, I'm really not trying to be a part of that. And in doing so, he kind of roamed off into a whole different world. And because he opened himself into that world, he had a liking towards it. And so he promised God that if God would send him his perfect spouse of a wife, that he would submit to him and he would become a pastor like he's supposed to do. And so he becomes celibate into that time. Well, we are starting where he is about to meet the person who he believes that God has sent to him. Y'all. Oh. When you say so, I like to think of myself as an analyzer, and LoveBelvin makes you analyze things. And so in the first book, you have where he feels like he's found the person that he wants to be his wife, and he proposes a covenant to her. So he doesn't believe in the traditional you fall in love, you get married, you have a baby. He's like, hey, God said you're supposed to be married. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do in the bedroom because y'all married. Whatever keeps y'all sane, whatever keeps y'all going, whatever keeps y'all doing y'all purpose or God-given gift in life, right? But all the lovey-dovey romantic stuff is not real. It's basically how he feels. And so Alexis comes in, and I really like it because she comes in and she just agrees with the proposal. You'll have to read it to see what the proposal is, but she agrees with the proposal because it's like, why not? I'm getting older, yada yada. I'm dangerously attracted to this man, so I am looking forward to it. But in doing so, just as we all women do, we start to have real feelings, what I'm saying, for the person and want those regular romantic things and stuff like that. And so in this book, you see them navigating like the beginning of their covenant and really trying to become one. And this one leaves off on a, oh my goodness, cliffhanger because what? Okay, so the second book is In Love with Ezra. Okay, I love this series so much because you have what's so nice I think about this series is that you have this man who is like darn near perfect, y'all. Like he tries to go about what the Bible says. He's committed to his new wife. He doesn't let things get to him. He lets stuff, turns the other cheek at a lot of things. He has his life all together. He's smart. He's a pastor. All the women want him. He's educated. He has businesses. He has money. He has a house. You know what I'm saying? He has the friends, the connections. He has so much about him that makes him seem so unrealistic, almost like he's like so unattainable. And then you have Alexis, who almost starts to make him human. And in this book, he realizes just how imperfect, or he says he realizes just how flawed he truly is and how much he really doesn't know much about like being a human. Like he's always been like a recluse. He's always known that he's been different. Like his mother has accepted him with being different. So he's had like safety and security in his world. But then he has this woman who, I mean, she is rocking his world, not just with like being okay with him being into BDSM, but she's rocking his world with her passion, with how she takes care of the people around her. She a little hood, he grew up in money. She a little hood, baby. She ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? So the spiciness to her, so many things about her that he's liking, and he's never felt the feeling of being in love. And when you're reading it, it's like you're clearly in love with this woman, like as she is in love with you, but he has never experienced like love outside of parental love or like brotherly or sisterly love in Christ. And he doesn't know what the feeling is like watching them or reading. Like I say watching, it's so good it feels like you're watching it, but reading and reading while they're navigating through figuring out what it is and what it means for them, it's just, oh my goodness, it's, oh whoa whoa whoa. And then the last one is Bonded with Ezra. And it is the perfect conclusion. And let me tell you why it's the perfect conclusion. And one of the reasons why I love LoveBelvin. LoveBelvin doesn't solve all the problems. That's not realistic. Like your problems aren't always all solved. Like, okay, it's the end of the month. I've done everything I'm supposed to do. Some things are gonna roll over to the next month. And I just feel like whenever I'm reading the books, and especially like with this one, there's so many things that you would think that you need to address. But I really love how Love Building does not waste words on pointless conversations. Like, it's time to get to the meat. Like, this is about and the conversations that they have aside from the two people, Ezra and Alexis, which this series is about, all of it comes back to them as people. You know what I'm saying? It's not pointless conversations, like they actually mean something. And so here you get to see them go through it and then decide and realize, I'm here. I'm going to stay. I do love you. You know, it's oh man, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good because it really shows you what being intimate can do. People, I believe a lot of people take intimacy really, really light. And this shows you exactly what kind of bond and connection people create and how vulnerable they can be and how open and how much it can grow them. Like marriage, like being married, and this series teaches you being married um is you bettering the other person, is you committing to a life of bettering yourself with another person. And this series could not have done that more than so good. Okay, so for the last series is another one by Love Belvin, as I stated earlier, and it is the muted hopelessness series. 10 out of 10, 25 out of 10, 100 out of 10. Like I love how Love Belvin, you can't choose sides with her characters. You can't choose sides. She is going to put you so deep into the mind and into understanding who these people are that all you can do is root for them. All you can do is root for them. So this series is about a couple, Tori and Ashton. So if you see my first review, then you know a lot about this one. So I'm not going to go too much into this one. So this series is about a boxer, Tori, who is trailer park poor, who goes to this HBCU and meets Ashton Spencer, who is I'm talking long money, generational wealth, doesn't have to worry about a thing. So Tori is a freshman and a boxer who is there on scholarship, while Ashton is a senior on his way out and on his way to the league. Now, Ashton has his life all laid out for him until he runs into Tori, who has this busted up weave. Has this busted up weave, like three pairs of clothes, but has the hunger of a true athlete that really like draws him in. After him and his girlfriend and their crew bullies her, he is forced to tutor her. And in tutoring her, he comes to find out that he is really attracted to the mind of this tomboy. And then he starts to do other things for this tomboy because he doesn't like how other people are treating her. And then he realizes he thinks that this tomboy is really, really pretty. And then he starts to realize that he only wants to spend all of his free time with this tomboy. Now, I did mention that Ashton has his life all laid out for him. But in the beginning of this series, you'll see that that's a little shaky. It's a little shaky. And they don't know what this is going to look like. So while he is navigating trying to put other things to bed, he is, and they are, as if I could say, falling in love with each other. And neither one of them really know what is happening to them. Ashton, he doesn't know because he has never had this feeling. It's like, I really like my girlfriend who's supposed to be my fiance soon. But why don't I feel like I feel when I'm with Tori or when I'm away from Tori and I want to be with Tori? Wow, Tori doesn't really know what she's going through because she's had some traumatic things that happened to her while she was younger. That's kind of made her question who she is and her sexuality and how she really feels about herself as a woman. So you have two people who don't really know what's going on, but it's happening so fast and it feels oh so good. The first book is all of the past. The second book is most of the past and some of the present. And the third book, baby, we are getting it in. Y'all talking about my chest is tight. Y'all talking about a tight chest. You talking about golf balls in my throat. You talking about stopping myself from crying tears because there is no way. The first one, oh, when you talking about a slow burn, baby, you talking about a slow burn. It ends on a cliffhanger. Now the second one also ends on a cliffhanger. This second one though, I was reading it and I was like, this is perfect. This is wonderful. I only had about 20 pages left and I'm like, I don't see the problem here. Like foolish me. I don't see the problem here. You know, this is going wonderful. Baby, the last 20 pages had me saying, I don't know why would I question that? Why would I question something that was so good? You talking about gutted? I was gutted. Because what is happening and how are we going to get past this? Something about LoveBelvin, they're always going to end up being together. But she's going to take you through there. She's going to take you through there so much that you're going to be reading the books like, there's no way. There's no way they make it past this. There is no way they make it past this. Oh, but then she comes in with the last one, Our Reckless Hope. That shows you they absolutely are going to make it past because why? They chose each other. Perfect. Thank you all so much for tuning in with me today for my July book reviews. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. If you feel that somebody may be interested in one of these books or other book reviews that I have on my channel, please give this video or my channel a share to them. Subscribe if you have not for more book reviews and other things from my channel. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you beautiful people next time.